Over time, humans have created breakthroughs that have altered the way we all live our lives. Though rare by nature, these extraordinary beings all have a few common traits. Forward thinking, the ability to see into the future. Genius, to magically create things never thought of. Perseverance, to push forward in spite of hardship or opposition. And ingenuity, the skill of inventive design. Together, these traits have led to life-altering innovations. Now, everyone's asking, what's next? BuzzBot 2.0. 2.0. 2.0. 2.0. 2.0.
Hi, Adrienne Truex here with Buzz News Network. Throughout human history, there have been developments in technology that have changed all of our lives in very real and permanent ways, in which we can't really go back to what was before because of the natural progression of modern society. So all the way back to the invention of fire, to the wheel, automobiles, airplanes, and so forth. Of course, the one having the most impact within the last 20 years being the internet. So I have a very special guest for you today who has created possibly the most fascinating game-changing technology of all, because it takes what we do on the internet and makes it a lot more interactive and a lot more easy to use. Without any further ado, I would like to introduce to you the next Bill Gates, Mr. Robert Coots.
Hi.
Hi. So, I know you have some very cool things to tell us today. We're going to get right into it, but I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, Robert, just because it's a huge claim when you're saying you're going to alter modern society and take over the internet.
Yep,
pretty much,
it is.
which is what you said.
That's
so
correct.
You're not saying you're great at tap dancing. You're not saying you can me lasagna. I mean, this is really something big.
It's big.
Tell us why this is so big.
Well, our technology is really next step technology. It takes this huge trend of social networking to its full potential online.
Okay, meaning what?
Well, let's put it this way. The internet has progressed naturally into a very interactive world. When we started out several years ago, it was a flat world. I mean, text, email, pictures, but not a lot of interactivity. Today, it's a totally different story. In other words, it's a fully interactive environment.
Because people have wanted to find a way to use something that's big and technological and use it to connect with each other. That's
Most definitely.
What human beings want to do.
People connect, and that's the natural progression of the internet, and that's that's why social networking is the biggest trend today.
Just so people know, meaning MySpace, Twitter, Facebook, all those other sites.
Yeah, that's a good example. We are not that. We're not another cookie cutter website like a MySpace or a Facebook. But these sites, just for an example, this is how big the industry is. They have literally hundreds of millions of users each.
Yeah.
Now, here's another number that may surprise you. Even though this trend is as big as it is, it still comprises about less than 5% of all websites actually having these social interactive technologies.
Okay, so it's a big trend, but there's not a whole lot out there that is using that capability then.
Not the majority of the internet, no. And that's the reason this is because these sites, they confine their technologies to their website. In other words, you have to be on Facebook to use the interactive technologies of Facebook.
Okay, so then what exactly does your technology do then?
Oh, real simple. It is the next step in the evolution of social networking, because we take these social interactive features to every single website on the internet instantly, and all at a simple click of a button.
Hold it. Everywhere on the internet becomes socially interactive.
That's correct. Any website that our users can type into their address bar, they can now leave a comment on that website. They can post a blog on that website. They can even participate in live and interactive chat on that website.
Wow. And easy to use. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it just, and again, this is all at a simple click of a button. It's totally web-based. There's no software to download or install, and it's free to use.
That's awesome. Now I can start seeing why this is getting so big. Now, you also have said something as well, that it makes the internet easier to use, because there's all this fragmentation. There's so many different activities that people have. There's places where you check the news, places that you shop. You've got your social interactive websites as well, and it just becomes very fragmented. You can really spend your whole day trying to keep up with everything, but you're saying that you also make that easier, so tell us about that.
We have a very organized platform that brings everything that you do on a daily basis online under one umbrella, and it organizes in a fashion to where it's all at your fingertips, and it makes it all interactive. Very exciting stuff, and this is why our motto is your whole world here.
Your whole world here.
That's correct.
Your whole world here. That is cool. Now I see why you're saying you're taking over the internet.
That's correct.
Totally makes sense. Okay, well, that's great. So just a little bit of background on the company. You said that this is something, the beta version's been out for what, 4 months? Something, January?
About 4 months, that's correct.
Okay.
The first of this year.
And since January, why don't you tell everybody how many users you already have?
Well, we've got somewhere around 150,000 users in over 220 countries already.
That is not bad for 4 months.
Well, we're growing very fast.
Yeah, and you said that your projection over the summer was what then?
Well, we have a summer campaign that we're launching on May 15th with BuzzBot 2.0, and we have a goal of a million member summer. A million member summer, and you're thinking that over the next year or so, this is just going to become the way that everybody does everything. Oh, we'll have, 12 to 24 months, we'll have tens of millions of users, and when you understand what our technology does and how it actually brings social networking to the next level by bringing social technologies to every website, when you look at these sites that confine their technologies to their site, yet they have hundreds of millions of users, what's going to happen when you bring a new technology that brings this social interactive world to every single website? It just makes everything that you're already doing that much easier to use, that much more unified, and much more interactive. Our whole, your whole world here. That's not something to miss out on. Most definitely. Yeah, last one in is a rotten egg. That's it. That's it. Now, before we run out of time, I do understand that you are also going to be giving people an inside look at what's going on with the company. There's a reality show coming up. Is that right? Yeah, we're excited about this. You know, we have a lot of wonderful talent with this company, and I bet. Above and beyond that, we have some very exciting and unique personalities. But there's a lot of interesting conversations in the middle of the night, ideas popping up, and just a lot of energy going on. Right? Oh, most definitely. Yeah. It's hard to sleep these days, but let me put it this way. This reality show is really a cool idea because it allows us to showcase our talents and personalities, the inner workings of the next internet giant, if you will, and you get to see it from an insider's look, the inside buzz. The inside buzz, That's it. I think that is really cool because you see these 20-story buildings in cities all over America and all over the world, and you forget that these companies start somewhere, and even Microsoft started in Bill Gates' garage. So here you are, you've been in business for, what, like a year and a half or so? About a year and a half, that's correct. Results that are not too shabby, 150,000 users, and everybody gets to have an inside look at what's going on as things develop. That's correct. That's awesome. It's fun, yeah. Well, it's been really great having you out here. Most definitely. Don't forget to check it out, www.buybuzzbot.com. Catch the buzz. That's all we have for the moment, and you have been buzzed. BuzzBot 2.0.